Okay, so one of the things we're doing at IntroCar and adding to the Prestige parts range are products that are just not available any longer. So we're trying to remanufacture things that they're no longer available, but they're obviously degrading over time. They need replacing. So I've got a couple of examples here from our bodywork range. This is a chrome air intake. It's also known somewhat mysteriously as a snowpack. Now this fits to all the S Type silver clouds and the early shadows, and they obviously, a lot of people will know that they tend to rust. This is quite a challenging product because when you're making this, it's usually you would manufacture it as what's called a deep draw press, which is an expensive thing to tool. What we did was a little bit cleverer than that. We moved there's a company that actually manufactures parts mainly for aircraft, but they also have an interest in classic cars, and we used them to make this with a two-piece tool. So this is actually made in two pieces, and then welded together along here, and then they linish that out. So you can't even see. If you look there, you can't even see that that's been put together as two-part. Now the advantage of that is that reduces the tooling, which made it commercially possible to do it. Another interesting thing they did, this used to be a wire mesh which was soldered at many different points. Now that's obviously highly labour intensive. So they actually built it, they did a laser cut mesh, and what's interesting about this glue, which is how this is fixed, which is much quicker, but this glue was actually designed and used for the Eurofighter jet. So we've actually used it here, which is a kind of an interesting way of improving the
well, it's sticking with the brand, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that's right. Yes. So it enabled us to the problem with this is getting it, making it, and then being able to sell it at a price that people can afford. Because it's a very expensive product to tool and manufacture. So obviously we're looking for sensible economies that don't detract from the quality of the product. I think you can see that it's a really high quality piece and made with a lot of love and attention. But obviously we're looking to keep it as reasonable as possible in price.
And when did you bring that product to market?
Well, it's probably been around now for about 3 years or so.
And what's the normal RRP on the same product?
Well, I mean, they're not available. They were in the sort of £350 region. I think ours are around that now, but you just can't buy them. And that was when I mean, in the old days, when you made this, when this was originally manufactured, they made thousands of them, and so it made sense to tool them with a deep draw press. So obviously at that point, that's fine, but we didn't need that. We made 200. So obviously we have to watch our tooling prices, otherwise the unit price of the finished product just becomes unaffordable, and there's no point making something that no one can afford to buy. So that's the commercial challenge, but also what I really like about this is that it's just a really nice product. Really pleased with it.
Okay, great. Well done.